Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Golden Sun, the Broken Seal. In the last episode, we helped Ivan track down the shaman's rod and stopped those dirty thieves that took advantage of the fact that no one's doors are locked to steal stuff while there was a volcanic eruption going on. Anyway, and off screen, I purchased 2 battle axes, one for Isaac and one for Garet. There is one weird thing I noticed with some weapons in this game. Well, first we're going to go on to the next location. Anyway, the weird thing I noticed with weapons in this game is that it seems like certain characters have weapon preferences. Like, I think Garet gets a larger attack boost from his axe, from equipping an axe than Isaac does. And it's really, really weird. Actually, I think I can demonstrate that. Let's see. Yeah, Isaac's attack stat will go down by 26 points if he removes the axe, whereas Garet will lose 24 points. Weird. Okay, so Isaac has a preference for axes now. Very, very weird. Unless it's something to do with the Ginny, because Isaac still has flint. Ivan didn't keep it. Let's see, 3 of them. Let's just spam area of effect spells. Woo! Yeah, one great thing about keeping Isaac in his base class for exploration is that he learns that Quake Synergy series. He gets the fully powered version of that at a very early level, and it can target so many enemies. It's very, very handy. Anyway, here we are at this place that I forgot the name of. It's not that important. What is important is that we can move this stump and keep going forward. Utility Synergy is better than Pokemon. But we can't move this one. It's no use. Our Synergy isn't strong enough to free that stump. You want to move the stump, right? It looks like it's trapped in the ivy. Is there anything we can do? I know! I have a great idea. Leave it to me. Whirlwind! Woo! All right, Ivan! Woo! I did it! Thanks for the help. But why are you here, Ivan? I mean, not to sound ungrateful. I couldn't get into Loompa. Don't get me wrong, I didn't come here to ask for your help. Your quest has been on my mind ever since I left Vault. Remember, I read everything that happened in your minds. I couldn't just leave, not with all these terrible things happening. I can't rescue Master Hammett, and I want to help you. Please, allow me to join your quest. Woo! Now we got Ivan back. For real this time. Are you trying to get to Bilibin through this cave? Then let's go. Yeah, Synergy like Whirlwind is the reason why I recommend traveling around in your with everyone in their base class rather than moving Ginny around. Because you'll see, if I give Flint to Ivan, it changes him into the Seer class, and we'll lose access to Whirlwind, which we need to get to places in the overworld. So even though it would be helpful to have Ivan as a Seer, so he can play healer for the party at the moment, in general, it's best to just keep him as his base Wind Seer class line. Besides, Isaac can heal us. He's good at it. Oh, right, I forgot to do one other thing. Ivan should be equipped with the Shaman's Rod now. Yeah, the Shaman's Rod. For now, it's the best piece of equipment he can use. It's stronger than that bandit sword that we got from those, thieves. And it's also stronger than the short sword that we could also equip him with. However, it's also one of the most frustrating pieces of things ever. The Shaman's Rod is a quest item. We can't get rid of it. It's important to the plot, but we don't know why yet. That, aside from it being important to Hammett, there's nothing special about the Shaman's Rod. If it had been a weapon that continuously upgrades throughout the game, that would have been fantastic. But no, it's just gonna sit in our inventory being completely useless after this point. And Ivan doesn't do a lot of damage with his physical attacks, but that is a-okay. We'll be using him the same way we were trying to use Jenna in the Soul Sanctum, the tutorial dungeon I'm gonna call it. Because, well, he pretty much fills the same party role that Jenna does. Well, a similar one at any rate. Oh, look there, there's a Mars Ginny. And if you're curious, Ginny refers to one, and Jin refers to multiples. I don't think anyone's ever curious about that, but if you were, you now know the answer. One's singular, one's plural. Ooh, Synergy is great. Yeah, and this game actually does have some very nice effects for being a Game Boy Advance game. And one that is 17 years old at this point. Did you see something strange over there? I fought it, but it fled. When I returned, I saw it again. I wonder if it likes this place. Alright, and... Mind read. It just whacked me in the head and then ran away. Next time I see it, I'll be the one doing the whacking. Yeah, that is foreshadowing to how Jin can work. Some of them will fight you and they will try to run away. Actually, let's conserve Isaac's power point, or synergy points, and just have Ivan and Garet use area effect spells. Just like that. And then... Oh, crap. Yeah, very bad. The menu remembers things, and it's just very bad. Very, very bad. So with groups like this, when I have these three boys out, I usually like to have these two attack the ones on the outside, while someone else casts on them on all three, the whole group. So that way we're maximizing our damage and trying to get them all out at once. Although that kind of screwed me over there. That's okay. Seeing a fine example of this game's combat system showing its age. I mean, I guess I could just have everyone focus all their attacks on one enemy at a time, but that would just take way too long. Well, not in this situation, since there is literally only one. Alright, well, what else to talk about? Anyway... this game actually has a very similar sounding soundtrack to Tales of Symphonia. They do have this same composer, Motoi Sakuraba. Love his work. But in the case of Tales of Symphonia, the similarities between the two soundtracks really stuck out to me when I was younger, because I ended up playing the two games at the same time very often. So I was constantly being exposed to both soundtracks almost simultaneously. In fact, there's a soundtrack in the sequel game, The Lost Age. The overworld theme sounds very similar to the English version of Symphonia's opening title theme. Like, they even have a few of I think the exact same, not chorus, but chords. I think that's the right word. Well, no, chord. A lot of things have chords. Like, I think there's a YouTube video you can find that goes over all the similar chords between every pop song ever. They often use a lot of similar chords. There are these few chords when played in sequence that are just very pleasing to the human ear, so a lot of musicians will use those. Alright, so this is our first djinn, and I recommend always saving before you fight a djinn. Since they can run away from you, it's often easiest to just reload that save. Let's see. I'm gonna have Ivan cast a spell here, so that since his physical attack is low, it's the best way for him to do damage. But Garet and Isaac are just gonna use attacks, since physical attacks are usually the best way to go. Usually. Look at that, it didn't run away. Yay! And we got it! And that guy's all sad. And now he's surprised. Love the sound effects for the Mars Djinn. You got it? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Keep your eyes peeled for others like it. And then he just runs away. So Forge, when he's used in battle, he boosts the party's attack. And yeah, each djinn is going to change your stats differently, so if you really, really want to min-max, that is very possible. You can just find all the djinn that gives you access to the classes you want your characters to be in, the effects you want them to have access to, and boost the stats you want them to boost. I'm not gonna get that crazy though, but it is possible to do that. Yay, and Garet grew to level 5. Woo! And then ahead of time, I will try to make sure I have the right synergies, or the most useful synergies, assigned to my L and R buttons, so I don't have to open the menu so very often. Can't guarantee that I'll always have the right synergy for the right situation, but I'll do my best. Oh, and here we are at the next town. Bilibin! This tree looks weird. It's a tree, but it almost looks like a man? I wonder if we can mind read it. Help me. Somebody. Holy shit, that tree is thinking. I was gonna say it was alive, but all trees are alive, really. Let's rest up at the inn first. Welcome to our inn. 21 points for a room, and enjoy your stay, and yada yada yada. Alright, let's talk to the townspeople, figure out what's going on here. A curse on Kolima? What a scary development. I don't believe in curses from ancient trees. Really? You can't reach Kolima no matter how hard you try. Any travelers heading east are stuck here until the road opens up. Until then, I'm gonna make lots of money. Ugh, horrible. Grrr. Did you hear a sound? You heard it, right? Yes, I did. I can't hear anything over the growling of my stomach. I'm dizzy with hunger. That's it. I just want to scream with hunger. But I still have to smile. Boy, it's tough being a businessman. Wait, are you selling things? I would like to buy things. I came to Bilibin hoping to sell furniture. Instead, all I get is a palace nobody's building and a restaurant that won't serve me my food. We came here because Lord McCoy was building his wife a palace. I wonder if they stopped because of the curse. Do you believe a tree spirit can curse a man? Well, I do now. It's hard not to believe after you've seen that tree out front. I don't care who does it, just undo that curse now. I see why they call that big tree in Coloma Forest the sacred tree. I think that big tree deep in the forest looks suspicious. Yeah, Golden Sun is the reason why I like to call the Pokemon Trevenant. I like to nickname it Coloma. I can't wait to see today's special. Yippee! Yippee! Is it ready yet? My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Start cooking already! I've had all the customer complaints I want. Yeah, don't really complain that much at a restaurant. Like, if you're getting bad service, complain, but if it's a minor thing that you really doesn't inconvenience you, don't complain. You're just it just ruins everyone's day. Hey, Mr. Head Chef, are you going to cook or not? That was a weird line reading. Customers are waiting. Should I just forget that I'm a newcomer and just start cooking? Yes, you should. Show initiative. I'm really worried about Coloma. I was born there, you know. I can't even focus on my cooking. By the sounds of it, you can't even cook. Father, Mother, I hope they're all right. I wish I could go home and see them right away. But then again, can you really blame the guy for not cooking too much? I'd be worried too. If I knew my parents lived in a cursed town. I've heard songs that tell of ancient trees developing strange powers. Maybe that power is what caused the curse. It has been said that a fairy named Tret lives inside the holy tree. Well, aren't you a spoony bard? I thought there was something in here. I guess not. Yeah, I'll go over that later. I forgot to double check my notes. I went to Lord McCoy looking for work. I'm too scared to accept the job alone, though. I'm getting a little scared hearing all these stories from the villagers. Well, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to get turned into a tree if you accepted it, would you? Anyway, it sounds like Lord McCoy has work for us. Something changed in the eruption. Now, all sorts of strange creatures lurk in every forest and mountain. That explosion must have been a sign of some big disaster. I'm scared. Welcome to Bilibin. Please, just ignore that strange tree out front. Many brave warriors have been sent to Coloma. Travelers needn't worry. You guys are so unlucky arriving in Bilibin at such a scary time. Did you see the tree at the entrance? Yes, I did. That tree was once a man who came to our village under a curse. His last words were that he had offended the sacred tree. We ended up like this because of Lord McCoy's foolishness. If only she hadn't wanted to live like a queen. Wait, Lord McCoy or was it Lady McCoy? Sorry, trying to... Lady McCoy. He said Lady McCoy. Okay. That tree at the entrance is really a man cursed by the sacred tree. It's all because of McCoy, the lord of this town. Cut down all those trees. This is all Lord McCoy's fault, but we can't say anything. He is our leader, after all. McCoy had the trees cut down so he could build his wife a grand palace. Ah, Lady McCoy, I would just love to be her. Will I ever live in a lovely palace? I don't know. You really should just enjoy what you got. This house looks really nice, despite the fact that it has no beds. I mean, heck, that's what I'd do. Oh wait, I remember. I think there's gonna be something in one of the, in the house next to the item shop. The snow is already piling up in a meal, and the weather is freezing. If I were you, I'd wait until spring to go there. When spring comes, I want to go see that angelic Mia again. Ooh, a pretty lady living in a meal. We rarely see any snow around Bilibin. It must be difficult to live in a snowy town. I think I'll just stay here. Yeah, the snow can be very cumbersome. Lord McCoy has been quite frightened since the incident. Everyone gets worried when town leaders get scared. I wonder if we can still rely on Lord McCoy. Ooh, the people are doubting him. There will be a revolt soon. Only someone really brave would go somewhere so scary. You must be used to all types of danger being travelers and all. Lord McCoy could use someone like you. Yeah, make sure you talk before you mind read. My hand slipped there. But generally what people are thinking will add clarity to what they said. Long ago, the lighthouse near Emil held the water of Hermes, a magical liquid that could heal all injuries. Could the water of Hermes save a man who had turned into a tree? Maybe. But even the legendary water of Hermes cannot turn back time. If only there were a potion that could restore your youth. The water of Hermes vanished long ago. After all, nothing lasts forever. Such a pity that water sounds like it would be very useful. I know that guy who turned into the tree. I remember his clothes. He seemed so happy, and then he turned into a tree. What if that happened to me? How are people doing in Colima? I've been worried. I can't imagine that everyone in Colima turned into a tree, but... Yep, a hard nut. Those boost defense, and... they boost defense. Permanently. Ooh, let's talk to the Kidlywinks. Is it true that a mountain exploded on the other side of Goma? The sky was a brilliant red that day. It was a beautiful sight. I want to see that pretty sky again. Ever since that man turned into a tree, everyone has been too scared to go near the town's entrance. He begged for help as he turned into a tree, but no one would help him. Is that how all grown-ups are? Well, to be fair, I don't think there's anything I could have done. I hear a large group crossed over Goma Range, heading toward Emil. You must be mad. It's almost winter, and you're going to Emil? A large group, and we heard that there's a lighthouse up there. That might be where Satiros and Bernardi are going to light the lighthouses. That could be the elemental one. There was an able healer in a village called Vale, but he is gone now. The world will never see such a great healer again. Well, you know, Isaac knows healing magic. Have you heard of the ocean? Well, I've heard of it. If you travel over the ocean to far, far away, you'll find another world. They say the world of misty darkness begins there. I wish I could see another world if I were a little younger. I wonder if people who lived right on the ocean or on the coast, I wonder if they ever thought about stuff like that, like land on the other side of the ocean being dangerous. Please, give me strength at times like this. Please. Someone will save us. Just keep the faith. I am starting to feel that this is only a beginning. Will I turn into a tree someday too? How terrible. Yeah, but trees live for a long time, and you're nearly dead. Unless you don't want to live forever. I mean, I don't. I'd kind of prefer to just die when I'm young. Ooh, what's this? Ivan's son, using Mind Read a lot really cuts into Synergy, or Ivan's Synergy points. That statue looks weird. Bet we can move it. Ooh, and what do we have here? The Jupiter Ginny Gust joined Ivan. Alright, so Gust attacks with mighty wind gusts. And he boosts HP, attack, and agility. Very neat. So now we have 3 Jin, 1 for each of the elements that our current cast can use, or current party. Cast, party, I would say what's the difference, but there's a big difference. Can I jump on the house? No, I cannot. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Alright, anyway... Oh, I didn't even check to see if there were new weapons and armor I could buy. I should have done that. Let's see, for regular weapons, we can buy hella expensive broadswords, the hunter's sword, or heavy maces. Yeah, so we'll definitely want 2 of those, but you'd have to grind up money for that. And then artifacts, that's where they're going to sell mystic weapons. The bandit sword I sold shows up here. The magic rod, which is even weaker than that, so it's not even going to be useful. And the witch's wand, which is definitely an upgrade. Actually, what's the... I should have kept that bandit sword. It's an upgrade for Ivan. I lied. I'm a liar. You know what? Let's look at armor, because I can't afford any new weapons. Well, I can afford 1 new weapon, but new armor is probably better overall. And then off screen, I'll get the rest of the gear. You guys don't have to worry about watching that. Heck, I should probably be cutting out some of these battles anyway. Travel rogue for Ivan. Let's see, we're gonna need those bronze shields, leather gloves for Ivan, open helms. Wait, no, we don't need open helms. We need wooden caps. For everybody! Is there anything I can sell? I'm gonna sell the oil drop. It's an in-battle item that you can use. It uses, it causes fire damage, and it looks very similar to flare. Oh, and that lucky medal we picked up. I forgot to mention what that's for. Well, it's gonna be for, games you can play in a town that we'll come to later in the game, as are these game tickets, although the games you can play with them aren't all that great. So if you wanted to, you could use the game tickets as sort of special supplementary income. You can just sell them at certain points if you want to avoid a little bit of grinding. I'm not going to worry about that. How much money do I have? 129? Yeah, that's not enough for anything. Anyway, let's talk to some more villagers and then move on. The road to Colima is blocked now, as per Lord McCoy's orders. No one would dare go after what happened last time. Oops. Where did these kids come from? Have you tried heading southeast from here? Not yet, no. The road is blocked, so you might as well not even bother. I heard they put up a massive barricade. Oh look, there's a nut in a tree. Let's have Garet catch it! Woo! Are you telling me that I'm responsible for all of this? Yes, I am. Sure, I had them cut the tree down so I could build my palace, but if anyone is a victim, it's me. I've been waiting for my palace for months. Months, I tell you. If all this trouble was caused by the sacred tree, then all we have to do is cut the tree down. Yeah, unless, of course, the sacred tree is the only thing that can cure the people that got turned into trees. Did you think about that, lady? The lumber I ordered from Kolima disappeared after the incident. If things like this are going to keep happening, maybe we should stop building that palace? Or get your wood from somewhere else. Have you seen the barricade we built on the road to Kolima? Nope. It's off to the east if you want to see it. It was a rust job, so I had to take some shortcuts. I'm glad I didn't know Kolima was involved in that incident. If I had, I wouldn't have done it, no matter what. You must be talking about building that barricade. Lord McCoy is so upset about this curse that he can't even eat. The Lord will only meet with brave and mighty warriors. You don't seem the type. Think you're up to it? Oh yeah! I see. You seem pretty confident. What do you say? They look a little young to get involved in this ugly mess. Nobody else seems up to the challenge, though. And what do we have to lose? All right, I shall let you pass. Follow me! I forgot to read his mind. Well, let's read your mind. Lord McCoy would never hire anyone so puny as these kids. Oh, please. We can handle ourselves. I always believed that the old tree in Kolima Forest should be protected. I shouldn't have said anything when they were planning. the new palace. I think I might have caused them to cut down the holy tree. What? Did you say, like, there's a giant tree in Kolima? Okay, there's just gotta be something in this barrel, right? Come on, look at it, Isaac. No, that was just a complete waste of time. Now, what about down those stairs? What do you think? These are Bilibin's great treasures. Whoever ends the curse can claim these as his own. What good is treasure if you get turned into a tree? Oh my, treasure chests, they taunt me. They're being like, haha, you want to open us, but you can't. Let's see, what about you, fella? If you want to see Lord McCoy, follow the red carpet. How many times do I have to tell them? Why won't they leave me alone? I'm sorry, we're kids. We're really dumb and not very strong and blah 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 blah. It seems the curse of the tree has not yet come to Bilibin. Kolima Forest used to be so green. Once the holy tree was cut down, everything began to turn brown. Is Kolima Forest dying? Wait, they already cut down the holy tree? Jeez. Oh, are you willing to go to Kolima Forest? Yes I am. I forget how many people Lord McCoy has hired to end a curse, and yet not a single warrior has returned. Sending these children to Kolima Forest? Do they want more people to suffer the curse? Make sure you don't offend Lord McCoy. They should never have let such young children into the palace. I'll be the one to get yelled at if they break an urn or something. It's always the help's fault. You can see Kolima pretty well from here. On sunny days, Lord McCoy comes here to admire the view. Lord McCoy hasn't come here for some time. It's because of the curse, no doubt. Yes, curses can only work if you can see the thing cursing you. That's how curses work. It's the reason why voodoo dolls actually don't do anything. This is Lady McCoy's room, so don't touch anything. Of all the nerve, coming into the place unescorted. Or palace. Milady was renowned far and wide for her beauty. That's why my lord is so anxious to please her, regardless of cost. Will I ever find someone to make my dreams come true like my lady did? Oh, someday I want to sleep in a silk nightgown like this. Oh no, this nightgown has a hole. My lady will be furious. Isaac peeked into the wardrobe. There's a silk negligee. Isaac, put that back! Yeah, I should probably check ovens too. I think sometimes you get some, food porn descriptions. What's the matter, then? Sir, some new warriors have just arrived in the palace. New warriors, you say? He has a southern accent, but I can't really tell if I'm pulling it off. Probably not. I'm not good at accents. We've sent many a man into Colima Forest, but not a one has returned. These warriors, did you get a good look at them? Come closer, laddie. Hey, are these the ones you were talking about? They're but children. And you expect me to believe you can save Colima? Yes, I do. Well, I'll grant you're a brave lot. Here, this key'll get you past the barricade to the east. Even with the key, such wee lads as yourselves will never reach Colima. He's making fun of us, calling us children. That's just irritating, don't you think, Isaac? No, not really. Are you serious, Isaac? It doesn't bother you. And he'll just keep repeating that if you, say yes, I believe. Yeah, if you just keep saying yes, he'll keep repeating it until you say no. Well, don't let him get to you. We'll just have to prove we can handle this job, whatever it is. So, you've decided to accept our little job. Hey, Ivan, you don't look too enthusiastic. That curse can turn a man into a tree. You think we stand a chance? What? Yeah, of course we do. You know we do, right, Isaac? Yes! Well, if Isaac's going, I guess I'm in too. At least we all agree on something. What troubles you, my lord? They seem willing enough. They call themselves warriors, but they're not but wee children. Aye, these are desperate times, but I cannot send wee lads to the doom. Then what will happen to Colima Forest? We cannot give up hope on our other champions. But what about us? We cannot send you into certain doom. Yeah, his lines are hard to read. What if we said that we were going east anyway? He can go once things have settled down. But that means you're not going to let us go? Ah, it's for your own good, lad. Madface. I do not want to talk about it anymore, Captain. I'm sorry, but you should leave now. Alright, fine. Your name was Isaac? I'm sorry you were rejected. I never, ever expected anything like this to happen to Bilibin. Will you promise me you won't go to Colima? Nope. You are persistent, aren't you? That barricade, you may not need a key. Oops, I shouldn't have said anything. Well, I'm going to go now. Now, hold on just a minute. You are going to finish that thought, mister. That barricade is pretty shabby. It was rushed, you see. The hinges on the barricade are quite noisy. They might break easily. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna call that an episode for now. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Spaced Oyster, signing out.